What's up, guys? We are here with today's guest and the hero Prevails, and you're watching Unscripted. Welcome back, guys. We are here today with Zach, Dre, Troy, and Eric and the hero Prevails. You know, guys, super excited, to be spending this time with you guys, man. I've known you guys for quite a few years now. I mean, we go back, and I think of the first time I brought you guys out to the Fallback Records at the over there in McAllen.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think that was one of y'all's first shows in McAllen.
Yeah.
And since the beginning, man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've always said you guys are gonna make it one day. I believe a lot in your talent and your music. And I mean, it's evident of what's going on. You guys are doing it pretty big, right? I mean, playing some shows with some bands that I grew up with, Puddle of Mud. I mean, that was a big band for me when I was in middle school, you know what I'm saying?
For all of us.
What were you guys like in elementary?
Yeah.
5 years old? I mean, because I was a little bit older than you guys, right? But
how old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
30?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, I got some gray hairs up in here.
Every time I see you, you look younger, bro.
Dude, honestly, I will take that compliment, and that's because the Lord makes me younger every single day. Let me tell you, man, I feel better now than I did when I was 18 years old. So I like the fact that you're saying I look younger every single time.
That's awesome.
Wife, are you hearing that? But yeah, like I said, you guys are doing great, man. I've always liked your style of music. One, you guys are diverse. We were just talking a little bit a moment ago how you all have, different sounds that you can do. You can do a little heavy, a little soft. I mean, you guys did, a Christmas song last year? Not a lot of bands are doing that here locally, but you guys can do it all.
Right.
Which is great because you can grab different kinds of audience.
Yeah.
You can grab the metalheads, you can grab, the soft rock, the heavy rock, or the pop rock. You can do it quite a bit. And then you, Troy, you got your own thing going on with the R&B stuff too. So I mean, and you were just telling me that you play all the instruments too. So you guys are very diverse,
Right.
So, when did this all start?
It started in this room.
In this room, right
Before
here.
that wall was there.
Yeah.
It was
Many moons ago.
Many moons ago.
2009.
Yeah. I was here. I had a little amp, must have been that big, and I was playing guitar. Called up a buddy to come drum, and I called up my other buddy to come play bass, and that kind of planted the seed. And sure enough, we ended up with the lineup we have now.
So the lineup you have now, is it all still the original core members, or has there been lineup changes throughout the years? I mean, you're talking, 9 years, almost already 10 years?
Yeah, we're about to hit 10 years.
10 years,
We're
man.
about to-
Okay, so you guys are about to hit 10 years.
Oh yeah, it's
Do you
coming.
guys-
A couple months.
Do y'all have plans for 10 years? I mean, that's a milestone. Not a lot of bands these days stay together after, 4 or 5 years. They hit a peak. They try to keep at that peak, but then sometimes they fall due to, the scene changing. But you guys are going 10 years strong, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, in all honesty, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah,
That's a
thank you, man.
milestone.
Thank
So,
God, definitely. I really that means a lot. If anything, to celebrate that, we're going to be releasing a whole bunch of music. We've been sitting on our own Paco's Punk EP. That will be releasing beginning of 2019, and then we have 2 singles that will also be releasing of originals that we'll be doing, and that
Really soon.
Yeah,
really soon.
Yeah, really soon.
Okay, so talking about new songs, is there a possibility we can give the people something? A small little clip? Is that something we can do?
I think
I'm about it.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
pretty
no
sure.
longer than 15 seconds.
Guys, you're hearing that right now. Thank you guys. They're going to give us a small clip of unreleased, songs that they're going to be releasing sometime this year or next year.
Well, actually, if anything, we're looking to release our first single, 9-5 Sick. So we're going to be doing a feature. We're going to be on the Homegrown show. We're going to be doing our second time with Sam Daly on November 16th. Right? So we're looking to drop. We're looking to release the song there. And then follow up the following day and put it up online, and then hopefully by the end of the month have a music video done and out and everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who are you guys recording with?
If anything, our 2 singles, this original that you'll be hearing, 9-5 Sick, we did with Christopher Mora out of San Antonio.
Okay, I know him.
Yeah,
the brother of from Darkness Divided.
Darkness Divided. He's in Charcoal Tongue. He wrote and did a lot of Haunted Burning Body stuff.
Okay. Oh. Their latest
Yeah,
stuff?
their latest stuff.
Oh.
Yes, yeah.
So that's all him?
Yes, he helped them out with a lot of.
Dude.
Yes, I know.
That's
And
an awesome
he has a really great mind. Charcoal Tongue, check them out. They're really awesome guys. Really love their stuff.
You know, I was actually, when I heard Chocolate Tongue, maybe about a year and a half ago when they had just got signed, I mean, they popped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And when I heard it, I was like, dude, this is, I'm not hearing anything like it.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about it. It's something fresh and it's something new. So, I mean, man, kudos to them because that's really going to skyrocket with what they're doing.
Definitely.
So you guys are working with them as far as the last two songs?
Yeah, those two originals we did with him, and then our whole Pop Codes Punk EP. We did it with Josh Lopez, Widowmaker Studios, the Valley's very own, legendary.
Dude, I love that guy.
Dude, we all do.
Josh,
yeah, Josh,
when you watch this, I sent you a message and you didn't reply back to me. No, dude, seriously, I love Josh.
I'll get
man.
on him. I got you. I'll get him. I'll
Yeah,
call
I got
him
some
right
backup right here. No, man, and same thing with Josh. I want to get you on this on this show, Josh. I really want to sit down and talk with you because I've known Josh the same thing for a long time, man, and to see where he's come up and his success that he's having is great. But back to you guys. So, I mean, you guys are doing some great stuff, man. Like I said, you guys played with Puddle of Mud. And then I got super stoked when I ran into you at the movies a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a show that you guys are going to be doing here soon with Hoobastank. How is that going?
Okay, so that is going epic, right? No, but what happened? Just recently, a few days ago, we're informed that Hoobastank is going to postpone that entire tour for 2019.
Okay.
But everything is looking still like we're still going to be on it, and we'll be selling tickets when that comes out. But for the tickets that were sold, everyone will be getting refunds for that.
Okay.
I think what it is, they said something about personal reasons.
Yeah.
I mean,
so who knows
everyone,
that,
you know,
life happens.
who knows that?
Life happens.
But honestly, I'm really excited because the promoter Alfred Mejia, that's someone we've been trying to get in with in the San Antonio scene for a while. Because I mean, the shows he throws are really big. Like he brings down the really
heavy
the,
sour.
So hopefully all goes well and everything's God's willing. We'll be there again come 2019. So the goal is just keep on it, release music, build that hype up, and then
try to get a bigger fan base.
Bigger
Get
fan
ready
base.
for that.
That's awesome, man. And you know, you guys, playing with Hoobastank, brings me back to one of my very first out of town concerts that I went to. I saw Linkin Park when they released Meteoroya. It was Linkin Park. It was Linkin Park, PLD, Hoobastank, and Story of the Year. That concert was by far, till this day, still the best rock concert that I had ever been to. And that's when all those bands were at the peak. Hoobastank, out of control, man. I'm out of control. I'm out of control. Dude, I remember listening to that song. Riding my skateboard when I was in high school and stuff, man. So, then PLD, I mean, those are great times.
Youth of a Nation, bro. That's
Youth of a Nation. I was really bummed out because they did Youth of a Nation and they called up like a few kids from the crowd to go up there, and I was like, hey, pick me, man. But I didn't get chosen.
At that show?
At that show.
Oh,
and then, what's it called? Brad of Linkin Park actually pulled a fan from the crowd to play Faint with them. So, I mean, that was really cool. That was actually, when I went to that concert, that was the first time I had ever gone in a mosh pit with during Linkin Park set. I had never been in a mosh pit in my life before, and that.
And what year was that, bro?
Oh man, I had
2004.
2005.
2005.
It was the year before I graduated, so yeah, it was 2005. One of the best shows I'd ever been to.
That's
So,
crazy.
super exciting stuff. Dre, man, why don't you talk to me a little bit about your inspiration? Where you draw, your inspiration when you get on that kit.
Oh.
He plays drums, by the way.
Yeah, I play drums. Honestly, I've always, ever since I was like 4, ever since I was like 3 till now, music's been my life. I didn't start playing drums until I was about 12. But basically, ever since I started, my parents got me a drum set. I haven't stopped since.
That's
and
awesome.
that's all I've been doing.
Awesome.
And then when I found Troy, when we linked up,
We found each other.
I found Zach, and then eventually I found Eric a couple years later, and nothing's been the same. And I thank God for the ride I've been on so far.
That's awesome, man. And you guys, how did y'all meet? Like high school or just? I mean.
Oh wow!
I've known Zach since we were little kids.
Since like 3rd, 4th grade, we grew up playing basketball together. On and off like summer leagues, Boys and Girls Club, traveling leagues and stuff like that.
Good times.
Yeah. So
Good times.
and then actually, I used to go with Troy and sell his solo album at the flea market, and then we would jam out in middle school. I'm talking like what, 6th, 7th grade.
7th grade.
I'd jam out on bass. He would play drums and sing. Like do Weezer covers and Nirvana and stuff like yeah. So that and I remember we tried doing like a solo a Troy Fonseca band, and honestly, if you listen to that stuff, it's all like like it's all the start of ATHP. Like it's all rock. It's super cool stuff, and like you can hear the growth into our first album, into Take Your Stand, into Nation of Acidia, and then to this new stuff. We've been so like we have these 7 songs releasing, but we've been writing like
I forgot about that.
like demos. We're sitting on like a good 30 or a good 20 good 20 songs for a 4th like original full length that like for the end of 2019 hopefully I don't know.
And I think that's awesome.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it just depends.
The singles we drop, and I'm hoping we get signed or something, you know.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, if you're watching.
Well, like I said, guys, I mean, you have something, like I said, since the beginning when I first saw you guys, you have something that I think people can gravitate towards. I like to know as far as more as like lyric-wise, who does the majority of the lyrics? Is that you?
I do the majority of the lyrics.
That's pretty much all you?
Yeah.
And what is most of your stuff based off of? Like when I write my music, my stuff is a lot based off like, you know, experiences that I've gone through and stuff like that, or you know, things from the from the Word of God. But you know, where do you draw your inspiration from?
Definitely from the struggles of life. You know, just going through this and that and learning, you know, and you know, just depression that I've gone through, or you know, setbacks that I've had. Even some storytelling, like we have a song called Domestic Violence. I wanted to write a song that dealt with that, and so, you know, made an instrumental and went at it with that. But yeah, you know, I like to, you know, I draw inspiration from like Chester or from, you know, Linkin Park, you know, like Hoobastank, Incubus, you know, the early
Incubus, man.
A lot of early 2000s stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I like to write about things that we've gone through, I've gone through. Even things that us, you know, individually have gone through.
Like things that we might go through later. Like I feel like some of our music's, most of our music's like guidelines to live by.
For ourselves.
We find ourselves like kind of coming through emotional stress sometimes, and we have a couple songs that get us in kind of. Like get us back on track. It's weird. I genuinely just love like all our music. Like I can listen to our music all day, and like I'm our biggest fan before anything else. Like, and I think that says something. I'm excited for.
And I think nowadays we if anything we collaborate a lot more. Lyric wise. We have lots of sessions.
A lot of the newer stuff is. Like me and Troy and Dre will get in on it, and
because
like, I really just try to like help Troy to like kind of like have direction in what we're trying to say, you know?
Have a purpose and a meaning behind everything. That's kind of like a lot of our stuff has a meaning behind it. We don't really kind of say it out loud, but if you go behind the scenes,
leave it up to the listener, you know.
That's
how they can relate.
Well, I like what you said is that not only are you writing music that is gonna like maybe touch somebody, but it's also at the same time doing something for yourself. Getting you, you know, reminding you of where you've come. You know, we all know where we started, and if your music can, you know, bring that back. I mean, you know, as long as you're doing what you're doing and there's love, like you said, it's. I mean, you guys. It sounds like you guys love what you're doing.
You know,
you love what you're doing. You're having fun, and as long as you keep the fun in it, I mean, keep doing what you're doing and keep rocking out. And you slap some bass, right?
All day.
You don't get mad.
This guy right here.
This guy, right? Now here's a guy. No, I'm saying. Probably one of the most energetic, you know, musicians I have seen on stage when you get behind that bass, you know. And it's evident that you were, you know, created and designed to be behind there.
Thanks,
and
man.
doing
That truly means a lot.
I've been watching you guys for a long time already, man. And I'm telling you, man, not anybody can just get behind a bass and just do what you do, man.
Dude. I'm honestly, I'm truly blessed to be in this band. Like I would not want to do this with any other group. Like I know like there's so many talented musicians in the Valley, but I love these guys are my brothers. I grew up. Eric and Jeff were literally my high school best friends.
That's awesome.
Like we grew up. Like I ate lunch. Jeff would pick us up. We'd drop us off. Like we hung out with each other. Like you know, I grew up. You know, I've known Dre since he was like barely a freshman. Like he's the baby of all of us. He's 3 years younger than us. So it's I'm blessed. Like
That's awesome,
these are my brothers, and it's really honestly it's really important for a lot of bands to have that brotherhood, because you gotta realize when you're on the road, it's you against the world.
Oh yeah.
It's not like you're at home where you can call your mom and dad, you can call an uncle, a friend, hey, I need help, something happened. When we're on the road, it's us five. I need to know they have my back. I need to know if something happens, I can turn around and these guys have me. And it's happened where we've come into like situations where I've needed these guys, and and it's been. I mean, so I'm blessed. Like I couldn't want to do this with anyone else.
I can't help but just ask when you say you needed them. Is there maybe a little bit you can maybe elaborate on that moment if you guys don't mind talking about it?
Lawton, Oklahoma. Yeah, I guess we're playing this really cool venue. It was pretty packed, really cool show. And then we take our longboards on the road.
Okay.
We like to cruise because I mean, when you have a trailer, once you park at a venue, you're done. Like that's it. You can't really go anywhere.
Exactly.
You're like it's all walking.
Yeah.
So me, Jeff, and Eric decided to go cruising longboarding down the street to
It's some corner store.
it was a corner store, right?
Yeah,
and
Just
then,
a convenience store.
Jeff told us about some cool caps, snapbacks, or something like that. Yeah. So we just headed down there, and we ran into these two guys, and I mean, to be honest, they look pretty drunk,
sketchy.
Yeah.
They tried selling us stuff, and we're like, nah, brother, we're good. No, but the guy outside was super friendly. He was like, oh, it's all good, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And then we go inside, and his friend, I guess, is buying the 24, and he's there, like, kind of stumbling, and he drops his 24 on the ground.
Oh man.
And I pick it up, and I was like, oh, damn, brother, that sucks. That's all I said. I was like, oh, damn, brother, that sucks. And I pick it up for him, and I walk away. And I guess, I don't know how, but giving me and Jeff's complexion, I guess he thought it was Jeff that said it. Because he quickly went outside and told his friend to come inside and go up to Jeff and tell him that he wants to fight him.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like just like that, real quick. We're inside just picking up. I mean, we think everything's cool. We're getting something to drink.
Goodbye.
And then boom, next thing we know, like, hey man, I don't know what's up, but my friend wants to fight you. No, just like that. He's like, my friend wants to fight you, man. Like, we're cool, but I don't know what's going on, man. And I was like, oh, Jeff, what's going on?
What the hell?
Like, and sure enough, like, we look outside, and him and his friend, they're in a car with like 3 other dudes, and the car's full. They're just parked right outside, and it's just us with our longboards. The cashier like doesn't know if like whether to call the cops or not, and we had to wait. We waited out for like 10-15 minutes, and like sure enough, they took off, and I went outside to go like make sure they weren't around the corner.
Yeah.
They weren't there, so we just booked it. Go. Yeah, and it was just like that, and it was like, what? I mean,
Literally 2 blocks down.
Yeah.
From the venue.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was a trip, just them being right there in the front, just watching us, and we're like, okay, this is not okay. This is not a good situation.
So glad it wasn't there.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, you just gotta be ready for it, and as long as we have each other, honestly, like, I mean, God's hands, like, we're ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. Before we continue this, I'd like to throw a shout out to today's show sponsor, and that is Caliber Optics LED. They do coverage throughout the state of Texas, here locally as well. Matthew Cruz, thank you for everything. Let's go ahead and continue, man. One thing that I was, getting myself over here, and of course, I threw on your stuff, man, and I was jamming the song with Fonz from Attila.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question that that I want to ask, I hear his music and what he talks about and stuff. Is that who he is in person?
He's super nice, dude.
No,
he's really cool.
Honestly, he's so down to earth. I got to meet him at NSN. Got to hang out with him and chill with him backstage, and man, he's really humble. His drive, his work ethic. I do not agree with like what he says in his message, but I cannot help but respect his grind and work ethic, because there's no other band in that Warped Tour scene, status bands, that do it like him, and it's surely paying off. I don't know if you follow up with him, but I mean his clothing company, like he's doing it. He's doing it, and no one else is doing it like him.
I was gonna say, does he have a record label?
He's his own record label and stuff.
Cool dude, man. Super
so
cool.
Stay Sick Records, hit us up. What's up,
well, I'll make sure to tag him on here.
Right.
You know, but how did that happen to get him to be one of the features in one of y'all songs? Like, how did that come about?
I was in Arkansas in college, and he tweeted saying, "Hey, anybody thinking of having me do a guest vocal like on one of their songs? Email me. Serious inquiries only, right?" It's like, well, hell,
Alright.
Let me jump on that real quick.
I emailed him a super like awesome email, and dude, he wrote back right away, and he gave me the price, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I told the guys, and we were like, well, F it, let's do it. He charged us $1,200.
It's actually not that bad.
It's not really, but I mean, I'm being a broke college kid.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I can imagine if you don't have like maybe a big source of income, and you guys are doing everything yourself. $1,200 can be a little steep, but I'm over here thinking, man, that's got to be at least like $5,000-$10,000 to get him on here. But but hey, man, I mean,
if anything, he probably charges more now.
Honestly, and that's what it comes down to is like as a band, you at the end of the day, you have to invest in yourself. Like at the end of the day, if you believe in what you're doing, if you believe in yourself, this is our investment. Like just like you would invest in going to college and putting yourself in that, putting money in that. I mean, literally all of us put majority of more than half of our paycheck goes right back into the band. Like this is our baby. Like we have no choice. Like
this is what you guys want to do. This is where you guys see yourself doing this.
Yeah.
Eric, I haven't heard a lot from you, man. Talk to me. You're kind of over there. I like the Punisher shirt going on there. But talk to me a little bit, man. I don't really, I've spoken to these guys, throughout the years. I haven't really spoken too much to you. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
I mean, I play lead guitar and I don't know.
He loves video games.
Video games, what do you play?
I'm down.
God of War, that's new Spider-Man came out.
My son has a new Spider-Man. He spends hours on it.
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
I played it, dude, and there's in the new Spider-Man they have that one thing where you have to do the the energy puzzle thing.
Oh yeah, the whole.
That's the only thing I really like from it the most.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, because I stick to my Madden. That's all I play is Madden. I could do Madden, all day long. I've actually I've been tweeting out to Seth Rollins from the WWE because he's really big on Madden. Dude, I've been blowing up that guy for the last 2.5 years to try to issue out a Madden challenge. And I've actually told him, dude, I will fly myself over there just to beat you in Madden, man. So if somehow this can get to Seth Rollins, I've been calling you out for 2.5 years, man.
My God.
But anyway, so that's what you do: video game, lead guitar, and you're doing what you love to do with your brother's band.
Couldn't have it any other way.
Couldn't have it any other way.
Honestly, Eric is like one of the more classically trained of us. Like he went to college for music and stuff for a while.
So I played a classical guitar for about 2 years. Yeah.
Oh wow, classical.
Yeah. It's
So
a whole other
performed in the state capitol.
Really?
Yeah, Austin. Yeah.
So how was that? How was that experience for you?
It's so much different from being in a rock band. I mean, just the instrument alone is there's so much to it. I mean, as you play an electric guitar, you don't have to worry about dynamics or stuff like that. With classical acoustic, you have to worry about all that. You have to worry about
Are you loud enough?
Yeah, the timbre and all that. I mean,
so you could say it's a little bit more technical, a little bit harder to do.
Yeah, it's a lot more demanding.
Okay.
And then as far as the music, I mean, it's more complicated.
You have to play it exactly.
Honestly, it was extremely cool to see Eric from high school go into college and see the influence, the transition, his growth as a musician, just spurt out of nowhere to this is epic guitar player. Like
That's
you know,
awesome.
Another cool
like-
thing is we got to perform with the LGBTQ guitar quartet. The guy who is like, I guess the lead, it was William or Bill Cannongeiser, but he's the man who wrote the parts for all the classical parts in the Crossroads movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
and it's crazy that
Crossroads Blues?
yeah.
What?
He wrote all those parts, and like I'm
sick.
just like, wow, dude! Like the fact that I got to meet him and share the stage with him was like, wow.
That is
that's
really,
crazy.
really cool.
That's a cool thing.
Zach, I got something for you if you want to catch us up on this clothing line. Did you
yeah.
launch something?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's been going awesome. If anything, I've been kind of on the back burner for a little bit, just kind of releasing all our stuff because I'm trying to do some more behind the scenes stuff with more promo, and then also add on some like custom vests and jackets and leather jackets and stuff like that. I really don't want it to be just novelty tees.
Yeah.
But basically, it's stogaclothing.com. Stoga. Yeah, I mean, stay true or grow alone.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And honestly, what it comes down to is what I find. If you're not true to yourself, if you're one who's a fake person, if you're fake, you start to attract people who are like that, and you start surrounding yourself with fake people,
Mm-hmm.
and before you know it, you're around all these people, but you really are alone. Like you know, like you're not, you know, like you can't connect with anyone.
Just getting over
So I mean, that's why, like, honestly, wholeheartedly, I believe like you have to be who you are, no matter what anyone says, no matter what they want. Like, I mean, it's stay true.
Or grow alone.
Exactly.
Grow alone.
Stoga. Yeah.
I'll make sure to drop we'll put a small little clip of the website up there for you so you guys can check that out. You got any solo projects that you're working on? Anything that we can look forward to as well?
Solo stuff, honestly, I'm probably done doing solo stuff.
For now at least, right?
At least for now. I don't see. I put out a rap album, but at this point, I'm just super stoked on ATHP, and I that's all I think about every day is the band. And
Because you got a dream and you got a vision.
hard, yeah.
You see the beginning, you see the end where you want this to
it's
go.
happening.
I feel like I haven't been this invested ever in the band yet. And like
As of late.
yeah, and that's because I moved over here. I'm from La Feria. I moved over here. I live like 10 minutes away from right here. So now like I'm here for the sessions. I'm here for practice. I work 2 jobs now. I'm trying to like.
Grind.
Yeah, just
It's
like
grind time now.
Grind
It's
time, bro.
right around the corner.
there's no slowing down.
Right around the corner.
It's right around the corner.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
I feel it. Oh,
Dude, I love
I can't
this
say.
guy.
Yeah, I
I
can't.
love this.
You don't even understand. Man, it's hard. It's really hard. All of us, like, we feel it, we know it, and that's why, like, there's times, like, I mean, right now, like, honestly, you're catching us on a low with the news of Hoobastank being postponed. We were so pumped, so ready, but everything happens for a reason.
It does.
There's a certain line going on
Everything happens for a reason. All it is we get to prepare way more, and you're gonna see us like tight come when 2019, like
Awesome.
next level stuff.
Awesome.
We're really we're trying out production. I mean, honestly, like we're gonna choreography, the works, like we really want to take it to that next level.
Awesome.
Show wise, like that's
Man,
it.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Like I said, the sky's the limit for you guys, man. I think you guys can really go out there and do something and represent, the valley.
That's what it's all about, man.
Not too many bands make it out of here. You know what I mean? But if you have the drive, if you want to accomplish something in life, you can do it. It's just a matter of who's going to put in the harder work.
Exactly.
If you put in the hard work, you can make it happen.
There's so many good bands in the valley. They just need to find, like, the resources are here. Everyone's here. There's all, Jonathan Cruz for like video.
Yep.
Joshua Lopez for record. George Glass for photography.
There's never been resources like this. Ever.
Vinny D for plugins at
MC shows.
What's the radio? What is it? RGB Titans.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's his new talk show?
Yes.
Radio.
It's internet radio. I love you, Vinny.
Yeah, it's
Honestly, from day one, he's been like since day one, you've been there for us. Like you literally gave us our first scene show.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be a part of all this if it weren't for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like really, like you got us in the door with like all the
it was
like
so
that
hard
whole
to get
McAllen
to,
scene
it
and
was
stuff.
hard to get
Like
to fall back, man.
I mean, we played for many years, but not really in that VFW McAllen scene until Fallback Records, and it just kind of all.
and then from there,
Yeah,
it's
it all
kind of
took-
taking
yeah,
off, man. And you guys are starting to climb up that ladder, man.
Thanks,
So
man.
I mean, like I said, I'm very excited for 2019 to see what you guys put out. I'm also very grateful that you guys want to share a small clip with us, and most importantly, I thank you guys for your time. Time is valuable, and time we can never get back. So you guys to take a moment of your lives. You know, you got a family, you guys got girlfriends and all this stuff going on, but to take time to be with me today, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It means a lot.
No problem.
Awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Having
Thank you for
a
having
great
us.
time, bro. Having a great time.
Yeah, I mean, this is a first of many, man. I'm believing so much in what I'm doing with this. So I'm excited to see where things are gonna get going, man. So. Guys, there we go. This is what we have for you today, and like I said, these guys have been very grateful to share a small clip of their unreleased tracks. So this is Unscripted. Thank you guys for watching.
I will